Hello, my name is Sarah. Welcome to the It is a Sarah podcast. Today it is Monday, June 22, 2026, and in this episode I will share my handwerk perikelen, that's a Dutch word for my creative adventures from this week with you. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English. I love to knit, I love to crochet, and I love to talk, so that's the perfect combination for making this podcast. I make my episodes in Dutch and in English. You can watch them both with subtitles if you want to. If you miss a specific subtitle, please let me know and I will check if I can add them afterwards. I am filming outside again. I'm sitting in the back of our garden. We have a very small garden. I never filmed here before. I am using my mic for a better sound quality. They are working in a house not far from here, and that's a lot of background noise. I hope it doesn't bother you. It is a little bit of a challenge these days to find a good spot for filming because it is pretty hot summer weather. It's really warm in our house. We don't have air conditioning, and the spot I normally film is upstairs, and it's like a sauna now, and I'm also not home alone. So I thought maybe this is a good spot. It is still in the shadow and it's only Monday morning, so it's pretty good right here now. So I have no idea if it will work. We will check it afterwards. I have a lot to tell today, and I want to start with what I'm wearing. I can keep it very short because I'm not wearing anything knitted or crocheted. It's way too warm for it now. I'm wearing one of my hinterland dresses, and just a simple linen layer is so nice to wear when temperatures are high. I really love it. I feel so good in it. So I'm really happy I can wear a brown hinterland dress, and I have many I can choose from. So that's really a luxury. That's also one of the reasons why I prefer to make my dresses sleeveless. I can wear them all year round with nothing under it. Right now, there are mosquitoes everywhere. I guess it are mosquitoes, so they are itching me all the time. But you can also wear it with a t-shirt under it, or with a cardigan or sweater over it when it's cold. I want to start today with the Happy Granny vest. You can see them behind me. It was actually the perfect spot to show you some of my garments. The Happy Granny vest is a pattern which is released yesterday by my friend Lonneke. Her Instagram handle is called de rode draad, which means the red thread. It's a way of saying in Dutch. I won't explain its meaning, but that's too complicated to do that in English for me. But it's her first pattern. She never had the desire to become a pattern designer, but she suddenly made a Happy Granny vest for her little daughter, and she wanted one for herself as well. And from one thing came another, and suddenly there's a pattern. She worked really hard to release that pattern, and it looks so beautiful. And she visits me in my Dutch episodes of this week. So if you are interested in a little bit of background information, please check that one. And again, you can watch it with subtitles. It is in Dutch, but I worked very hard to make the subtitles a little bit clear and nice. It is a 100% crochet pattern. I tested it for her, and she already warned her testers that it's really an addictive pattern. And I noticed that because although it was never my plan to make 3, I already finished 3 Happy Granny vests, and the 4th is on my needles. And I am pretty sure it will not be my last. This is my first Happy Granny vest. It was actually my plan to make some footage today of me wearing it, but because 2 of them are woolly vests, I will postpone that. I don't know if postpone is the right word to use in this context, but I will save it for later when it's cooler. But I made this one with Holst Supersoft held double. It's such a nice layer. I made it a little bit cropped so I can wear it on my dresses, and I already did wear it. I finished it in April, and it really makes me so happy. I am a big fan of the granny stitch. That's the reason why I learned crocheting, because I love the granny stitch in granny squares. These are granny stripes. It's such an easy crochet stitch. It goes so fast, and it's so relaxing, and it feels so satisfying. And because this is also on quite a big gauge, it's designed for a DK weight yarn. It will fly off your needles. And it's top down, so you start at the back part, and then you have some stripes you need to crochet, some increases for the armholes, and then you pick up stitches at the front parts. You do some increases for the neckline. I really love the neckline, how the fit is. Then you join the front and back pieces, and you crochet back and forth until you have the length you want to. And then there's a lovely edge. I didn't do it correct on this one, but there are very clear instructions in the pattern, and also a video tutorial. But I did do it with a contrasting yarn, contrasting color with black, and I really love the result. It's making me so happy. And you have an I-cord tie, which you also crochet. That was really fun to do as well. Yeah, and you can tie it together, and it's just such a quick piece. Yeah, you can make happy granny vests. Yeah, within a few days, I guess. Of course, it depends on your size. So after finishing this one, I immediately casted on 2 other ones. I casted those 2 on at the same time. I wanted one vest with a stripe at my breast. How do you say it? In Dutch we say at breast high, op borsthoogte. But I found it quite challenging to decide what the perfect place for the stripe would be. So that was the reason why I chose to make my first one all striped. So I could check the fit and decide on my second one where I would place the stripes. But I also had a desire to have one in a summer yarn. These 2 are both in Holst Coast. This one is made in Fonty Boheme. I think it's a discontinued yarn, but it's a cotton linen blend, and I really love the plain black one. Yeah, it's just a basic piece for your wardrobe, which you can wear again over a t-shirt, long sleeved or short sleeved, but also over a tank top, and you can wear it all year round. I chose another border for this one. I don't know. I see my head behind it. That's not... I will regret that when I'm editing. So let's put it in front of my head, but then I can't see what I'm showing you. We will play a little peekaboo. This little border was inspired by another tester, one of my friends. Her name is Elske, and she crocheted this lovely border in a contrasting color on her vest, and I really loved it, but she used it from a pattern, so I couldn't use her technique, but I found a lovely tutorial on YouTube, which I will link down below, to create this border, and it really gives a nice lovely edge. Yeah. Then last but not least, I have my second one in Holst Super Soft held double. Yeah, the stripe is right here. Maybe I can insert a little bit of footage with me wearing them. And also in my Dutch episode, you can see me wearing them. I'm not completely sure if this one turned out the way I wanted it to be. The stripe is a little bit higher as I thought. But that's not really a problem. I think I made a little mistake with the border. This time I did it exactly how I was supposed to do it. But I think you in the first round you make some slip stitches, and I think I didn't slip stitch the even amount on both sides. So one side is pulling a little bit. I don't know, I have to check. Again, I did do it with a cotton. And I think it will be better to use my black Holst my black Holst Super Soft held double. So I think this one is not really finished yet. I need to check it and maybe redo the border. But I really love the look. I made this one a little bit longer, so that's one pretty cropped. This one, the black one, is also a little bit longer, so I can wear those on skirts, and I still think I can wear them on dresses, but this one is actually a little bit too short to wear on my skirts. And sometimes you need to choose, because the in-between length can also be not the perfect length. So I really love the cropped version, but this one is perfect for skirts and my chanterelle pants. Okay, so the Happy Granny Vest. The Happy Granny Vest pattern is available in Dutch and in English, in US terms and in UK terms. There is a discount code. You can check Lonneke's Instagram, see communicates in English and in Dutch as well. Dutch is her main language, but she also posts a lot of information in English if you are interested, and all the information is also on Ravelry. If you don't have Ravelry, you can send her a DM to buy the pattern. So I casted on my fourth one because she started a crochet along yesterday, the Happy Granny Vest crochet along, and I wanted another one. So this time I actually couldn't really choose. Oh, the mic. I don't love the look of the mic, but it's an essential when I film outside. I started a plain brown one with drops bell. So this also will be a summer version. And I must confess, I really doubted about the color, not about the brown, but I love the look of the stripes even more. And I have a lot of drops bell in my stash since a few weeks. So I thought it might be fun to make a striped version again. But in the end, I chose for a plain brown one because I have some skirts and some dresses which will match better with a plain one, I guess. And I have all the plans to knit and crochet all the summer garments with drops bell, and there will be a lot of leftovers, which will be perfect for scrappy Happy Granny Vests. So that's my plan. I will keep making them, and it is just such an addictive pattern. I really think crocheting the granny stitch is so relaxing, and normally I would do that in blankets and granny squares, but making garments with this stitch is actually a very hard jumping thing to do. Lonneke also has plans to create a pattern for the children's version, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. Okay, there are more summer knits on my needles happening. I want to show you two today. I think that will be enough. Last week I casted on my second home camisole. The home camisole is a pattern by Caidree, and I knitted one in 2022, I guess. I really loved working on that pattern. I really loved the construction, and I think I did a test knit for her by then. And this week I was wearing my home camisole and I thought, okay, let's cast on another one. I had some yarn in my stash, Holst Coast, which I made my first one from too. It is the perfect yarn for me to wear when it's not super hot. Above 25 degrees it will feel a little bit itchy, but when it's under 25 degrees it's the perfect summer top. It's a DK weight because I'm holding it double. And it's a woolly cotton yarn, a woolly cotton blend, but I really love the fit and I really love the look. I was actually surprised by the color. I bought this in 2022 and I'm not really a grey person. My other one is grey as well, light grey, but I think it will be a nice addition to my brown wardrobe. I love that it's a darker color. I always feel comfortable in darker colors, and I think it's a very nice basic item in my wardrobe that I can combine with all the skirts. So I discovered a very nice way of the provisional cast on. You start at the top of one of those triangles and you can cast on just with a long tail cast on and pick up stitches for the other one at the back in between the stitches. But you can also do a provisional cast on, and I always made a provisional cast on in a chain, a crochet chain. But I checked my book. I have the Vogue knitting book, and it was a long time ago since I made the provisional cast on. So I wanted to check in the book how I need to do it. And there was another instruction, a way in which you use your crochet needle and your knitting needle. It was so easy, and it was my plan to film it for you. But I won't be able to do that today. Maybe I also want to make Remy camisoles. Maybe I can do that way, but it was so easy. So here's my provisional cast on, and I am almost finished with this front part. It's a reversible top. The back and the front are the same. So then I need to knit one triangle, another triangle, connect them, and from then on it's just a boring easy peasy in the round until the body is finished. Originally with an I-cord, but I think I will knit it with a ribbed edge. So a little bit of a tension right now, and then it will be an easy project which I can pick up and knit in between. I thought that several times, I guess, that quite often that's the case with knitting projects. There's something happening and then it will become an easy boring knit, and it's nice to have them on your needle so you can knit and suddenly they will be finished. Oh, I realize I forgot to bring one project with me. Let's grab it. A knitting project which is definitely not boring is my newest test knit. Quite recently I tested the wildflower top for Ronja Hakalehto. I am testing another design for her. The moment I saw a post on Instagram of this little vest, I fell in love with it even more than with the wildflower top, which I also love. It's a little bit busy. This is the Wanderbloom vest. It looks a little bit weird right now. The construction is actually a little bit the same as the Happy Granny vest, and also the fit. Of course, this is a knitting pattern, but just the simplicity of the vest, the shape, the model, and also how you can wear it. You can wear it over a tank top, over a t-shirt, long sleeve, short sleeved. There are so many possibilities, and I just love this all over lace pattern. It looks a little bit weird right now. Oh, I'm sorry, now I have the mic. My stitch marker is magnetic. Maybe it's better when I insert some other footage. So I'm pretty close to join the front and the back pieces, and then I will knit back and forth, and it's really a relaxing lace pattern. I'm again knitting with Dropspell. It's the only thing I'm using at the moment. Really fun, and I can't wait to finish it. I hope I can make some progress at it this week, and I think it will be such a joy to wear. And I definitely want to make another one. I was thinking about making one in a woolly yarn. We shall see. It was my plan to knit two at the same time, but then I realized, okay, let's start with this one. Let's check the fit. And if the fit is okay, I can knit another one. And if I need to make some adjustments to my preferences, I can make that as well. Okay, then I have a project which was not really going as I hoped. Again, the June top. I casted on my June top, I think 2 weeks ago, in a beautiful hand-dyed yarn by a Dutch dyer. This is a hand-dyed cotton. I never worked with hand-dyed cotton before. I really love the colors, and I thought it would be nice to knit an easy plain summer top with it. And the June top looked perfect for it because it's a lot of stockinette, and I think the cotton, and especially the hand-dyed cotton, it could shine in this design. It is a bottom-up top. That's not my preferences, but I made so many garments right now that I know which length I prefer, so I think it will be okay. The only thing is, it is the June top light. It's made for light fingering yarn, and this is a fingering weight yarn. So I was casting on size 2 for the right bust circumference, but it looked so big, way too big, so I frogged it and I cast it on size 1. I compared the amount of stitches with other well-fitting summer tops, and I think it's okay right now, but it's twisted. That's why I don't like bottom-up designs. It always is a challenge to provide your stitches from being twisted when you join in the round. I used to use that little trick that before you start knitting in the round, you knit a few rows back and forth. I even did that with socks when I just started knitting them, because it was so hard to see how my stitches needed to be on the needle, and that really worked good. Of course, you have a little seam at the bottom or at the top of your sock, but it's hardly visible, and that way it was less frustrating for me. But we are a few years further right now, and I thought my knitting skills were improved enough to don't use that trick. I regret that right now because my stitches are twisted, and I checked that so many times and I was pretty sure they were correct on the needles. But now the twist is right here. Can you see it? There it is. Now I knitted 2 centimeters. I noticed they are not right on my needles. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, because I don't like frogging the stitches. I don't mind frogging. I don't like casting on so many stitches. But I will do that because I think it will be okay. And the good thing is, when I pull my needle out of it, I can do a quick fit because I haven't swatched, and I can check if this is the right circumference. I don't know if it's really giving a good view of the finished object, but we can try. So, last but not least, I have some plans for this week. The weather forecast is really hot. We will have a heat wave. Heat wave, it sounds weird. In Dutch we call it een hittegolf, which means heat wave. I think it's correct. I'm not made for this weather. I don't like it at all. I always feel so low energized when it's so warm. But I also realized when you adjust your pace, slow down, it will be not as bad as I think it will be, I hope. So I thought maybe I can just make a lot of progress on all my knitting and crochet projects. I will skip the winter woolly ones, but there are a lot of summer things happening on my needles. There are a lot of socks which I want to finish. And I thought, with my feet in some cold water, staying close to the fan, we will have a nice week, I hope. But yesterday I was wearing this one. This is my Hobbiton vest. I knitted it in a merino linen blend 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I'm not pretty sure. And I really love wearing this in summer. The only thing is that it's a little bit too cropped to wear it on a skirt. But when I was wearing it yesterday, I realized it's really nice to wear something with a little bit of positive ease. So now I have the plan to cast on another one in dropspel in a summer yarn, to make a summer version a little bit longer, so it will be wearable on a skirt. So that's my plan. I also want to cast on a Remy camisole. I want to cast on a summer headband. Is there more? I want to cast on all the things. Yeah, we shall see how far we will come. I hope I can give you a little update next week. Okay, this was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. I wish you a wonderful week with a lot of heart jumping moments. If you can't find them, create them because we need them. Bye bye.